The forest had a name once. Locals, their faces etched with a fear deeper than any winter frost, called it Teutoburg. But to Rome, it was simply another wild land to tame, another line to push on the map. Now, as the dawn mist clung to your skin like a shroud, you understood. Teutoburg wasn't just a forest, it was a hungry god, and it had just devoured 15,000 of your brothers. Your head throbbed, a relentless drumbeat against your skull, each pulse a fresh wave of agony. But there was no head within. The forest, it seemed, had claimed another, seamlessly integrating him into its horrifying tapestry. Someone had fought, someone had failed. Was it the Germans, those fierce barbarians Rome had so often contended with, their painted faces and wild cries? Or was it something far, far worse? The shadows between the trees seemed to writhe and shift, menacing and indistinct, forming monstrous shapes that dissolved the moment you focused. Perhaps it was just your mind, fraying at the edges, succumbing to the creeping tendrils of madness. A chilling premonition snaked its way into your mind, not of death, but of erasure. The metallic tang of blood filled your mouth, a grim, undeniable truth of a battle you couldn't fully grasp. Your once trusty gladius lay shattered, a broken promise in the dukiest grass. Your scutum, a loyal companion through countless campaigns, is now a fractured relic, its eagle emblem scarred and defiled. Your comrades? Gone? Vanished? The silence that followed their absence was a heavier burden than any battle cry, a chilling testament to the void they'd left behind. Fragments like shattered pottery were all that remained, the cacophony of shouts, the discordant symphony of clashing steel, and a scream, not human, but something ancient, guttural, a sound that had ripped through the very fabric of the world. You pushed yourself up, every muscle screaming in protest, each joint a rusty hinge. You walked a lone sentinel in a world turned alien, a ghost in a land of ghosts. The forest, a ravenous maw, swallowed your footprints as quickly as you made them, leaving no trace of your passage. The air was unnaturally still, a suffocating vacuum. No birdsong, no rustle of hidden creatures, just the mournful creak of the trees. A chorus of whispers that felt directed at you as if they were watching, their ancient roots thirsting for what little life remained. A glint of bronze caught your eye. A galea, still warm to the touch, lay nestled amongst the roots, its crest missing. Signs of the legion were scattered like discarded toys. A caliga tangled in brambles, its leather worn smooth by countless miles. A pilum snapped at the shaft, its deadly purpose rendered useless. Then, the stench. A cloying, metallic sweetness that assaulted your senses, followed by an even more profound silence. The battlefield, if it could even be called that. No honor, no order, just slaughter. Their names felt like hollow echoes in the suffocating quiet. The gods did not answer. You started to run, a desperate flight from an unseen foe, from the creeping tendrils of your own despair. Time became a meaningless construct, a luxury you could no longer afford. It stood in the distance, a looming silhouette against the dim light, its form coalescing from the very shadows, watching, always watching. A primal fear seized you, paralyzing your limbs, stealing your breath, freezing you in its gaze. You couldn't move. You couldn't breathe. It was not German. It was the forest itself, given form. You saw figures, phantom shapes of men, of friends, their spectral forms shimmering in your peripheral vision before vanishing like smoke, leaving behind only the chilling certainty of their absence. Salvation, or the forest's final, cruel joke? You stepped closer, drawn by an irresistible pull, a morbid curiosity. The ground beneath your feet crumbled, a shower of pebbles cascading into the void. You fell into nothingness. The forest had won. You heard the clash of battle, the phantom cries of men, only to find empty woods, a cruel mockery of your shattered mind. The forest took them all, one by agonizing one, and now it waits for the next. You whispered to yourself a litany of names, of places, of anything to cling to the fragile remnants of your sanity. But the words sounded strange, alien, even to your own ears, as if they belonged to a stranger. The forest seemed to close in, the trees pressing tighter and tighter, a claustrophobic embrace that stole your breath, stealing your very sanity. You moved with a morbid caution, each step a testament to the fragility of life. It shifted, or so it felt, the very trees rearranging themselves to thwart your escape, their branches weaving into an impenetrable wall. The air grew heavy, thick with an unspoken menace, like a predator's breath. You heard footsteps behind you, soft and rhythmic, a relentless pursuit, a chilling echo of your own pounding heart. You spun, your broken sword arm raising instinctively, but there was nothing. Just the mocking silence of the woods, familiar face, or what remained of it. Flavius. A friend, a brother. Now food for crows, their raucous calls, a gruesome epitaph, a final desecration. You knelt, a silent prayer forming on your lips, a desperate plea to gods who seemed to have turned their backs on this desolate place. Jupiter, Mars, Minerva, you tried to find your way, to retrace your steps, but every turn led you deeper into the labyrinthine embrace of the forest. Your heart hammered against your ribs, a frantic drumbeat of terror, a desperate attempt to outrun the inevitable. Hours blurred into days, or perhaps days into weeks. Then you saw it, figure, huge, silent. You stumbled upon a cliff's edge, a precipice overlooking a swirling abyss of mist. Rome sent its best. 3 legions, 15,000 men. What do you think lies at the bottom of that cliff?